the people who are in court asking for the local government allocation to be stopped. You've heard the reason they're given. That's what we do on Hard Facts. We try to interact with all the parties involved. They are saying that they have gone to courts to ask the court to enforce its judgment, given that the court judgment was not obeyed. It's really an interesting time in the political space in River State, because I'm more concerned as to how this will impact on the workers. Remember, the local government fund will not just be for capital expenditure, or was it now for construction of roads and all of that. That's what I meant to say, I beg your pardon. But it also would be for recurrent expenditure, which, I mean to say salaries and ensuring maintenance of things and ensuring that things that are recurring, will be paid for and paid off. All right, anyways, it's time for us to switch the conversation. You're still tuned to Hard Facts and 92.3 Nigeria Info. I am yours truly, Kaladako Rubatibor. We're live on Facebook, we're live on YouTube, we're active on X, Nigeria Info PH is the handle. And I'm very much interacting with you on WhatsApp as well. You can follow me on my personal page, Dekalada, THEKALADA. Okay. All right. So what are we talking about this hour? This hour, I want us to come back to the Niger Delta. Now, last week we had a conversation. We talked about the scrapping of the Ministry of the Niger Delta Affairs. And I remember telling you at the time that I was hoping to get someone from PANDEF reactor. It only to be told that PANDEF was having some kind of a meeting, or should I call it a plenary session, to deliberate, or like Susie would like to say, adumbrate on the issue of the scrapping. But that's not all they talked about, because now various newspapers, various news platforms carried the resolution they came up with at that plenary session. I was supposed to have them as guests again today, but I've been asked to give them time to respond. But nonetheless, I still want to have the conversation with you on the other side of the radio. So PANDEF is looking at reconciling the governor, His Excellency Nyesom Fubara, and His Excellency FCT Minister Nyesom Wike. Now, I should start by casting our minds back to the big stories. The number one big story today on the show, of course, we told you how the governor is saying, see, there is no personal hatred, there is no personal beef, like we say in our local parlance, between the River State government and the police. As a matter of fact, the River State government will love it if the police can act professionally. And, some other things were said do not be used for the interest of one person, and that the River State government will continue to support the police in River State and let the bad blood be done with. All right, so that's that, right? So some people say it gives him the image of a peacemaker. However, we've not been able to achieve peace in the last 1 year. I keep saying this every time I want to talk about something similar to this conversation. We've not been able to achieve peace in the last one year. It's taking different dimensions, different shapes, different arguments, different debates in the last 1 year. The president tried at the start of the year, to no avail. We've had some people claim that they have called these individuals personally, to no avail. Now, some would claim that the governor is the one not listening to the peace advances. Others would claim that the FCT minister is the one not heeding to the peace advances. But more recently, we had on about 2 occasions the FCT minister saying that he will not under any circumstance support the political career of His Excellency Governor Nyesom Fubara. And so that draws the line. Right? He said, I think he hinted on no enmity, but political friendship and political love no longer, no longer exists between both of them. So PANDEF has now come out to say, we're going to attempt. And that plenary was presided over by the chairman of PANDEF, Edwin Clark, Chief Edwin Clark. Guess what? I mean, that's not a guess. Chief Edwin Clark and the FCT minister have recently traded words, right? Chief Edwin Clark has heavily criticized the FCT minister. As at the point, I think he even asked the president to rein in on his minister or even withdraw him as a minister of the FCT. Would he be able, to bring about a reconciliation of some sort? Now, I should say peace is priceless, right? Peace is the parts to the prosperity of a nation. That's what we say here on 92.3 Nigerian Variety. So yeah, peace is what we all pray for, and it's attainable. Once again, if the governor can attain peace with the police, according to him, after all that has been done to him, then I do think peace is attainable. But however, what strategy can PANDEF use that has not been used to be able to bring these two warring political elites together and shake hands? Is it possible? Some of you who are listening, do you even want these two individuals to reconcile? That's another question I'm throwing at you. And thirdly, I'm also looking at really what can we do to end, because I mean the court cases are taking a little bit of time. Do you think we need an out of a court settlement? I'd like to hear from you. I'm going straight to the phone lines now. 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0003, 0817-923-0007. WhatsApp number 0809-0306416. What are your thoughts? PANDEF is looking at reconciling warring parties, the father and the son. So many questions in my head, but let's go with the ones I reeled out. If not, I probably would talk till the top of the hour. 92.3 Nigerian, for your name, your location, your contribution, please.
Hello, my name is Jude Ubani.
All right, Jude, welcome.
Yeah, PANDEF trying or coming up to reconcile the governor and the FCT minister. My question is, what has changed? Because we've been having this crisis since 2014. The same former governor, Dr. Michilika Mechi, and the FCT minister, when he was even a minister, and the ex-president Jonathan and the wife, we've been having this problem. PANDEF never came up or never even suggested any reconciliation. That's why I asked, what has changed? How are they going to reconcile these people? What is the reason now for reconciliation when this issue have lingered since 2014?
Don't you think we need the collaboration? We need all the forces in the Niger Delta region. I mean, maybe the scrapping of the Ministry of Niger Delta Affairs is a wake-up call, for all and sundry.
Yeah, the scrapping of the Niger Delta Ministry, unless we are saying now that someone or any of these two people might have instigated the scrapping. I don't know. I mean,
no. That's not what I'm implying. That's not what I'm implying. But I'm just saying that maybe if the region works together, they would not be having such happen to them. I'm just insinuating out there.
Exactly. We've been having issues now since 2014. Like I said, that they have just woken up now and trying to. That's a reconciliation for me. I know PANDEF has just said something. It's not going to work.
All right, then.
Because
it's not going to work.
Nyesom Wike has even said that he doesn't have room for reconciliation.
All right. I've got to go. I've got to go now.
He's going to change his mind.
All right, then.
So,
I've got to go. I've
got.
got Lumba from Elime Lumba. Welcome. Let's get your thoughts quickly, please.
I agree to you, Canada.
Agree to you as well.
You see what we are talking about, reconciliation of our governor and our present governor. Let me tell you something. Many occasions, our former governor have said that he's not going to forgive our governor. And he's not going to forgive him. You have said it many times. And this move now that PANDEF try to move, it's like a film that you have already watched finish, or football you have already watched, and know what the score is, and you're about to watch it again. That's what me I see. And come to think of police. Police should be central dealing with the people. This kind of taking side in issues. I don't know how people will see it. Because police is obvious that in this case, from the day this particular problem started from House of Assembly, it's obvious that police are taking side.
All right, we're not focused on the police. Lumba, I've got to go. Thank you very much. I've got Clinton from Bori. Clinton, welcome on the show. Let's get your thoughts quickly, please.
Kalada, good evening.
Yeah, okay, welcome.
Can an interested party be a judge in its own matter?
It's not a judge. It's reconciliation. It's reconciliatory process.
Kalada,
yeah.
I've been saying this on this platform that we the youth want genuine reconciliation, because we know that if there is peace in River State, it will foster development. And this crisis have hampered so much on development in the state. But why has this crisis escalated this long? It is because some elders took side from the start, from the get-go. Pa Edwin Clark, a River leader like that is supposed to have integrity, that is supposed to have something that people look up to, took side in this matter. And that is why
was he wrong to have taken sides? I mean, he's entitled to taking sides.
He's entitled.
Yeah.
But why is it coming out to reconcile now? As a stakeholder, as an elder, and people look up to you. You're supposed to call these two warring factions together. This is not the way to go.
Right,
it is hampering on development. This is really about the interest of people. But they didn't do that. Rather, they took side, and this matter escalated. Why are they trying to reconcile now?
All right, Clinton, I've got to go. Thank you very much. I've got a commercial. When I do come back, we'll talk some more. Please just stay tuned.
For more talk,
kill one, abduct another in Igboeche, River State. A lawyer raises concerns of a rising number of police checkpoints along Iguruta Chokocho Road. Lawyer says those summoned by panel of inquiry not obligated to appear before it. Reps member in police custody for assaulting Bolt driver. APC chieftain says postponement of party's next meeting will not address Rivers' political crisis. On the foreign scene, attack on Chad military base kills at least 40 soldiers. Details in the 6 p.m. bulletin. To reach the news team, do send an SMS or WhatsApp to 0808-721-7215. I am Kalada Kurubatwo.
This is Hard Facts.
All right, if you're just joining us, you're welcome. It's 5:31 p.m. and yes, you're tuned to Hard Facts and 92.3 Nigeria Info. I'm yours truly, Kala Dakuru Batibu, and we're looking at PANDEF's attempt to reconcile, the father and the son, the two people who are at odds with each other, but about a year ago, or even more than a year ago, these two persons were close political allies, and yet again they call themselves father and son. As a matter of fact, the governor still refers to him as Mayoga. If you remember the October the 6th interview the governor did with Channels TV, he still referred to the ex-governor Nyesom Wike as Mayoga. Anyways, we're looking at PANDEF's attempt, but to give it more context, let me read from the Vanguard. The Pan-Niger Delta Forum, PANDEF, led by the South-South leader, Chief Edwin Clark, has set up a high-level peace and reconciliation committee to mediate on and resolve the lingering crisis between the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory Administration, Nyesom Wike, and Governor Fubara of River State. Now, in a communique issued at the end of its special General Assembly meeting held in Port Harcourt over the weekend, PANDEF said that the Reconciliatory Committee is also saddled with the responsibility of nipping on the board all disputes. Now, emphasis on all disputes and conflicts within the area. Now, the communique was signed by King Alfred Diete Spieth, the Amayanabo of Tuam Brass, and the first military governor of River State. And there were also other people. Of course, he is also the co-chairman, board of trustees. There is the former governor of Akwa Ibom State, Obong Victor Atta. There is the former Nigerian ambassador of Scandinavian countries, Dr. Goodnose B. Igali. There is the national chairman, Honorable Godwin Okotie, national secretary, that's acting national secretary, Dr. Obiuwebi Ominini is the national spokesperson. So yeah, these notable names were out there in that meeting, and they all have resolved to bring about peace, political peace between the father and the son. And the question I'm asking you, what strategies can they use? Because the president tried, it failed. Other notable people say and claim that they have tried and they have failed. You also had the governor say, I went on my knees on several occasions, but this is what it is. So what strategy? And by the way, I was arguing not too long ago, Chief Edwin Clark, has been at odds with the SCD minister himself. So how is he going to set up a committee that will help reconcile? Anyways, peace is priceless. Because if we had peace, for instance, there will be no court case talking about stopping local government allocations. But then again, some people say it will help the jurisprudence. We will not know what is the law and what is not, because the Supreme Court will eventually interpret the law on section the space and revision of the 0879 003 number 90364. Okay, hear your thoughts as we talk the possible peace pact. Anyways, I don't know, possible peace pact, we can call it that, between the former governor and the current governor. All right, I'm waiting for your your calls to be picked, your name staking, your location staking, and then I will listen to your contribution. But Walex has got this to say on WhatsApp. This effort by PANDEF will not fly at all. It will not take off. By Edwin Clark is an interested party taking position that remote ENK intended to FNC. Darling with be careful what day the president to open for recon. I think that Gavara refused to listen to the president. Who will he listen to? Anytime the governor finds himself at the brink, he begins to look for reconciliation. This one will not work. Let the Supreme Court decide his fate. Walex, there's nowhere in the conversation that says that the governor is looking for reconciliation. So let's say it as it is, please. But this one says, good evening, presenter. PANDEF's movement for reconciliation between Fubara and the minister came late. I expected the move earlier than now, but rather the elder statesman Edwin Clark was taking sides. Whichever, I wish him good luck. All right. This one says the peace will not work, knowing the main character in all this political brouhaha, even with Amechi's time. Saken has got that one. But let's listen to God's Power, who's calling from HA. God's Power, welcome.
Yeah, good evening, Canada.
You're welcome. Turn off your radio.
It's raining heavily, yeah.
All right, but turn off your radio, please. Turn off your
Let me
radio.
do that, okay. Hello?
I can hear you.
Yes, you know, I look at Bible. When you in the I want to look at it everywhere. It needs lots of things to make the soup to be somehow palatable to eat. If ever. Their sour, their necessary have gone sour so much that it means sincere river people. Sincere, new underline, sincere. Not people who will stand in the gallery to reconcile them. Because if they reconcile them, it will be good for us. Because the state is in shambles. All this God said is because of this coward relationship. PANDEF or any other body, they have to bring with prayers to God. They can reconcile them, but it will not be easy. Let them not be one-sided. Let them look at the matters as they are. Don't call anybody name. That is only financial to find lasting peace. Because in a situation where this one are not agree, the other one is saying I no agree. It will worry a lot before they agree. For them to agree, it's not a day job. But people of sincerity can come up, not political bias. To start from somewhere, it will not be easy for 1 day, 2 days. It will be a continuum so that we can have peace for this state.
All right.
Don't reconcile them, nothing good will come to the state.
All right. God's Power, thank you very much. I've got Christian who's calling from Bonny Island. Christian, it's good to have you. Let's hear your thoughts, please.
Okay, guys. Good afternoon, Kalada.
Good afternoon.
Yes, I think in my own the way things have gone now, they have gone sour. Too bad. Reconciliation cannot make any good thing because any of those people, any of those Martin Amawile and what is he called, the Minister of Federal Capital comes back, they will only cause more havoc in the system because the quarrel disagreement has been deep into every one of them. That is the truth about the whole thing. The only way forward, you understand, is to face the truth. They've burnt secretariats of some of about 3 or 5 of the local government headquarters secretariats. Who is going to pay for that? Who is going to make those repairs? How are you going to amend that? I think the law should be paramount in whatever we are doing. The committee that have been set up to look to investigate into whoever did this, they should come out with a report, and those people should be punished. We are not in a banana republic.
All right.
People should face the music, the law. When you bring the law, you should face it. That's the only way we can develop and make a headway as a people. The whole world is watching us, especially Africa, third world. Nigeria is a figure to be reckoned with. We are dragging ourselves, we are dragging the whole black man backward by our characters and the way we are behaving as a nation. And we can't do anything good. We can't achieve anything good. This man is the choice of the people. People are after him. The governor of River State, I'm referring to. And democracy is about the people. So Wike should go back to where he is in Federal Capital and man what he's doing there. And Martin Amawile, they should also settle down and look for something else to do. They've lost the battle. They
All right.
defected.
All right, then.
Everybody knows this. You can't win an election under a particular umbrella of the party, and you now defect, and you now want to be, you want to go kick. Rivers State has been a PDP state from time immemorial. And that is a fact. APC has not been involved in most of the election, local government election. It's not today. So if it doesn't happen, nobody will die.
Okay, I've got to go, Christian. Thank you. I've got Felix calling from Gokana. Felix, welcome. What is on your mind? Please tell me.
How are you?
I'm doing great. Welcome.
Yes. About the relationship between the government and the present government. You see, Canada, we are always told that the president intervenes. But we are paid to realize that if the FCC minister chooses to accept that reconciliation, because they were asked to withdraw their case from the court, which the governor did, but FCC minister's own reality refused to do that. And today they are in court. And that case has moved up to the court now. So there is nothing they will say that does not favor the citizen. He would listen to it. That is my take on that.
All right, Felix, your line is very unstable. I'm really, really sorry about that. But like someone asked, what has changed? Why now? These are some of the questions maybe you would attempt answering when you do call in. This one says nobody should dream of trying to reconcile Nyesom Wike with anyone because he will fail. Wike will not agree to anything else except he takes all. Consider all that Wike has been involved with. Name any that Wike has reconciled with. Amici, Goodluck, Patience, Jonathan, Atiko, Meya, Secondus, etc. It will be efforts, infertility, goodness. All right. This one says, I usually hear lawyers say that you can't play something on nothing. For us to hope for any settlement, let us first resolve the status of the lawmakers. That would put a lot of things in perspective. Thank you. Okay, from Modemaya. But okay, PANDEF is looking at resolving all the other issues. Remember, I read the part that said they're going to nip in the bud every issue that characterizes River State at this political issue, I want to believe. But let's listen to Aloze. Aloze is calling from Pohaka. Aloze, welcome.
Thank you. Good evening, man of the people.
Yeah, greetings, Aloze. It's good to have you.
This political imbroglio and feud has reached an impasse. As either side would compromise or concede to give peace a chance, particularly the FCT minister's camp. I say so because if you listen to the governor, even some interview started in China, he said he has even nailed down there is nothing he has not done to pursue for peace. And you see that this is the other person, their leader, the FCT minister, has said that never in his life will he accept to support the political career of his successor, Governor Fubara. Now, this committee, or what are you calling it, to make peace between the both parties, for me, it is coming too late. I expected them before now to wade into this matter before the damages that this particular issue has caused in River State. There are some damages this issue has caused. You as a media person, you don't even know. We in the grassroots, no need. So for me, the governor should accept that he was a governor in River State that was faced with too many litigations all through his reign. So he should accept it and give dividends of democracy to the people and forget about this reconciliation, this or reconciliation that. Those that will support him will support him. Those who will give him votes will give him votes. So one man will not pocket River State and all of us will sit down and watch him. The governor should continue. The reconciliation for me will not hold any water because it's coming very, very, very late.
All right, coming very late, Aloze King says. But Adawari from our 3, welcome. Adawari.
Good evening.
Yes, I greet you.
Yes, the program that is on now between FCT Minister and the President Governor.
I'm
Let
listening.
me also tell you that even though it is you, because even the FCT minister his idea is that thinking that it's not like is just a shaft, and whenever you give him that has been given power, you will just throw him away. Even though it is you, because the governor has given him all the privileges, that all the council that is surrounding the governor is by the FCT minister. What next again did you want me to do for you? So as it is now, I don't think that there's the settlement that will bring them together as it is before. That is it, because if it's you will not. Because when I just settle with you, you'll be afraid of me and I'll be afraid of you. You not even move forward again, because the FCT minister want to take over the state. But whatever he decides,
that's what you think. We don't really know what the problem is, because we've asked both parties, and the media has asked, and they're not saying. When you ask the governor say, I don't want to talk about it. When you ask the minister would dodge, and then say something about structure. Nobody can take my structure, and nobody really knows what the problem is. So we can't really say that he wants to take over River State. A lot of people will say that, but we can't say for a certain.
We are talking about, because when Odile was there, the structure was with him. When Amechi was there, the structure was with him. It's not like him to be on board. Then the FCT minister that have led the governor that wants to take structure. How is it happen? Sir? That's my take. It will not be easy for the settlement to occur as it is before. Let him neutralize and let him base in Abuja to do the administration work, and let the governor take care of the state.
All right, so some of you are saying he should not reconcile. All right, let's keep taking counts. Julius is calling from Onnet. Julius.
Good evening, Canada.
I can hear you. Welcome.
You see, yes. I'm still from Onega.
Okay.
The matter is, like you said, the governor is not the truth. Governor is not the very devastating truth. You say you are no problem with your guy. Minister is your guy. There's no problem. And it's not the truth. You see, there's what they call an ego. A white ego and a black ego. They are all ego. When the white ego says, come and eat with us in the same table, as an ego, then the black ego now choose to eat with vultures. That is what is happening in River State. You are an ego. Come and eat us. You grow white tomorrow. Instead of you to eat with ego, to tell you what is there and what is an ego, you choose to run to vultures. That is the problem we have in River State. The governor has not told River State the truth.
Julius, how do you know the governor has not told River? Do you know the truth? Do you know? So do you know the truth? That's what I'm asking you.
That it is him and the ethics minister that associate River State truth. He is not telling us the truth.
But I'm not arguing whether he is or not. I'm saying, do you know the truth? Because for you to say someone is lying, that means you've got evidence you've got evidence of what the truth is.
According to your statement, you said, I'm not going with Morga. Everything is my Morga. How can you tell somebody that it's your Morga and you're not maintaining the rule and the regulation?
All right.
If it is your Morga, what are you having problem with it? What the Supreme Court judgment of River State panel? It was a last judgment that they made about the governors. River State was delayed for them to sort out this matter. And when the matter was solved, he can grant and telling people different things. This is the one that wrote to the president.
Nigerians have got to go. I've got to go. The governor is not saying the truth. You argue. But I'm asking you if you know what the truth is, and you're just beating around the bush. Okay, let's move on now. Any reconciliation that will put the governor in chains is not a welcome development. The former governor have said it over and over that they will not reconcile. As much as I know, is not God. Ezekiel Isaiah with that one. Let's see this one. This one says, my name is Rose. I'm not in support of the governor reconciling with the ex-governor. Both of them are reconciling means compromising with whatever Wike dictates, which will work well for the ordinary Rivers citizens. Okay, Rose, thank you. This one says, PANDEF's efforts to reconcile the governor and the FCT minister is unlikely to bear fruit because the FCT minister is unwilling to compromise on his demands. It seems like the FCT minister has a fixed idea of what he wants, and anything less would be unacceptable to him. This rigidity makes it challenging for PANDEF to find a middle ground, and that would satisfy both parties. Kingsley from Akwa Uche. All right, this one says, some journeys are better not embarked upon because it will definitely hit the rocks. PANDEF does not have the capacity to reconcile these warring parties because the FCT minister doesn't listen to anybody except himself. That is why he's always associated with the phrase I. I will advise PANDEF to rechannel his energy to something productive because this particular one is already dead on arrival. Simply goodness from Alakaya. All right, we are about approaching a commercial stop set, so I'm going to read some more messages. This one said, what is the real problem between the minister and the governor? Let's know that first. That's the question everybody's asking, right? This just says, PANDEF's mission impossible. I like that caption. Maybe that's what I should have used, but then it will mean I've taken sides against PANDEF's move. But this one says, the only strategy I see working is if Tom Cruise's character was in literal charge of this reconciliation mission. I agree, Park Clark has taken sides, but I would ask if the FCT minister has shaded President Jonathan, the man without whom women never have said the words Governor Wike. If the FCT minister can disparage President Jonathan and publicly at that, who else is left that we think has any influence over him? Not even the president. Didn't he violate the presidential order to withdraw all court cases? Did President Tinubu chide him for that, or is President Tinubu not even on his side? If the police are against Governor Sim and the president is C in C, who knows? Maybe PANDEF should reach out to Pastor and Mrs. Wike, Papa Nyesom Wike, and see if they can get their son to at least attend the peace meeting. Then they can start from there. Text from Oibo. Well, I don't know if I have enough time. I'm going to listen to Innocent from Illinois. Innocent, quickly. Let's get your thoughts, please.
You're blessed.
All right, then. Quickly, you've got 1 minute.
To me, this is not a matter. It's easy to be settled. If they go back to
Turn off your radio set, please.
Okay, I'll do that. It is a very simple thing. They will agree. And this is my own point. The president, Tinubu, tried to settle this. And the government signed everything. And he started implementing it. And the bad advice made him not to complete. And it being a complete letter, there will be no problem. Then they go inside and know what to do. I think there is no reconciliation if they neglected this particular point. That's what I have.
All right, thank you very much. I've got to go. I've got a commercial coming up. Please to stay tuned. When we do come back, we'll talk some more.
You are tuned in to
Nigeria Info.